5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Big money is being given to these viewers of this channel around the clock from state stimulus. What state stimulus? State stimulus is state rent stimulus. Rent money, free utilities money, free food money, and it's coming from cities, counties, and states. It's also coming from nonprofits. Well, wait a second, how come you haven't gotten it? In this video, I'm going to go over how you can get this big money in addition to state stimulus checks. All confirmed, all being sent out, and all being paid to the viewers of this channel on a regular basis. I have repeats every single day in which a viewer says, "Thank you, Lalate. I got another $4,000 for rent stimulus just like that other viewer got in that same city from that same organization." Meantime, what's going to go on to rent stimulus now that the second stimulus package was passed and now that more money is being given to the cities and counties and states that have used up rent stimulus before? I'll have all those details for you on an exciting afternoon recording. I'm so glad you're here. Up Purple. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Purple, the afternoon's recording that goes over state stimulus check and state stimulus packages. This is rent, utilities, food, gifts, and more. This is money that lands in your bank account this week, this day, tomorrow, the day after, not 10 days from now. Steve Mnuchin has nothing to do with this. And not 10 months from now. This is money right now, so please subscribe. I'm fighting to get you money around the clock, and on this channel, I'm detailing now 3 different subject matters. The video right before this was about second stimulus check and second stimulus package, which was passed by Congress yesterday. Third, state stimulus, which is this video that goes over rent, food, and utilities. $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 of money viewers of this channel are getting. And third stimulus and third stimulus package, which is the new show, hit show that comes right up after this. What is third stimulus? It's January Biden stimulus. Multiple stimulus checks, SSI and SSDI, hazard pay, EIDL grants, the remainder of my $10,000 EIDL grants. I know you want to know about all that, so tune in to that new hit show right after this. Third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Also, subscribe to this channel. Meantime, go to the Funniest channel and hit the alert button so you don't miss a video when a new video goes live. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm. The algorithm has been crazy the last few days, ranking 5-day-old stories #1 that aren't even before the bill was even written of the second stimulus package, so please like this video. In this video, I have so much to go over for you. Rent stimulus, food stimulus, state stimulus, and also gift stimulus. I want to reflect on a tweet I saw earlier today where a viewer said, "I'm so depressed because I'm about to be evicted. I have no money for rent, I have no money for food, and I have no money for toys for my kids." That is what this channel does. That is what this show, Purple and Purple Power Live at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time every night goes over. And I'll be going over all those details and more in this video to solve problems for people like that person. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that last night a second stimulus package was approved by Congress that is going to be signed by the president because he said he would sign it, that includes rent stimulus. Now, that might be confusing to viewers because you've heard me on this show, Purple and Purple Power Live at night, talk about rent stimulus from states. So which stimulus is that one? It's the same one, just more of it. Let me explain. Every day on Purple, I talk about cities that announce rent stimulus. I say the city of Atlanta is sending out rent stimulus. You can apply for rent stimulus in Broward County, Miami-Dade, and City of Orange, and New York City, and New York State, and Harrisburg, PA. And then I say about places like San Diego County. They had one. It's been used up. There's no more money. Well, it's places like that where I say they're used up, there's no more money, that the second stimulus package solves. The second stimulus package is going to give fortunes of money to provide to you in a manner which no one saw coming. It was supposed to be from a federal agency. It's not going to be. Rather, the way the bill wrote it is to have the money, or the way they wrote the bill to say, is the money is going to go from the federal government to the states, who are going to give it to the cities and the counties, just like that CARES Act 1 money that I always detail here on Purple. So, bottom line is that if you said, I looked for money in Louisiana, I can't find any money in the city of Louisiana. There is no money for rent. I looked at the State Housing Authority in Kentucky. There is no money at the State Housing Authority. I can't find it. Guess what? In a few days, there's going to be more money there. Now, the routing times to get the money to the states and cities is going to be slow. It's going to be slow when we're talking about second stimulus money getting to states. I don't anticipate they're going to have this money available to pay out for you for rent for at least 30 days. So that's why I want you to focus on everything else on the show, which is the nonprofits that are paying out right now. You see how I do these things? There is rent stimulus coming in for San Diego County again, but since San Diego County is now closed for purposes of the county, you can get rent stimulus from a private organization. And I have those for you right now. Across this country has been a series of 4 or 5 organizations that have paid rent to viewers of this channel in states in which there is no rent stimulus because they used it up. The states don't have any more money. Who are those organizations? Get a pen and paper. Let's get going. First, Catholic Charities. California's example. Catholic Charities has paid rent in several different counties across the state of California where there is no more rent to pay for rent stimulus now before the money comes from the federal government in the next few weeks. Catholic Charities has done incredible jobs. Also, incredible job has come from St. Vincent de Paul. They've paid for rent and utilities across the country for viewers of this channel. Then, United Way. Boy, what a great job they've been doing. They've been paying rent for viewers of this channel in lots and lots of states. You'll see some of the states in a few seconds when I go state by state for you. And then Community Action. Great job. Whether it's utilities in Kentucky or rent in other states, they've been doing great things for viewers of this channel for weeks. I've been detailing this new series, Purple and Purple Power Live, for about, I think, 14, 16 days. And what I want you to understand is that this money is not unlimitedly there. It's only there to a certain point. The benefactors who give money to the nonprofits or the cities and states that have the money. So if you hear this and say, I want that money, I need that money right now, then go get it. You call up your city or county or state, Housing Authority, State Housing Authority, City Housing Authority, County Housing Authority, saying, hi, do you have any rent assistance for COVID? I'm having problems paying my rent. Do you have any rent assistance because of COVID? Those are the words you use, assistance. Don't add any other words. Don't add anything else. Don't say stimulus. Don't say stimulus check. Don't say SSI. Don't add any other words. Make it very, very simple. If you look there and you can't find it, then you're going to default to the nonprofits. The nonprofits, I'm going to get to in a second, moreover. And then if you look there and you can't find it, then reach out to the volunteers. The volunteers are absolutely wonderful. There are 15 of them. They're divided between Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. They're available for you to reach out to on news.lalate.com/community. You reach out to the volunteers. That's news.lalate.com/community. Remember, there's always a concern with anyone that's talking about anything on the internet. Do not respond to third parties. Sort of like when you grew up and your mom always told you, don't talk to people on the playground you don't know. Don't talk to anyone on the way home. It's the same way. There are bad creators all across the internet that are reaching out to viewers like you and saying, hey, I will help you. Sign up for a Bitcoin scheme and tell me your WhatsApp number. They are scammers. Do not respond to them. Then let's get to it. And for those of you who did respond to them, what are you doing? It's so obvious they have nothing to do with anyone but a bad group of people. So get a pen and paper. Let's get going because I got some more details that are so juicy and that even Sirloin wants a slice of this. In Texas, viewers have gotten rent from St. Mary Magdalene. Repeat. When I say repeat in the next few minutes, I'm referring to people that got this money from the same organization more than once. I mean, 2 people got the money from the same organization. It was success with different people. Community Ministries in Kentucky. In Kentucky, repeat, viewers got rent from Community Ministries. In New Jersey, viewers got rent from United Way. In Ohio, repeat, viewers got money for rent from Community Action. In Massachusetts, they got rent from Interfaith Social Security Services. In Phoenix, they got rent from TCDC. They got money in Alabama from calling 211, and also from the State Housing Authority. They got up to $10,000 of rent in Delaware. And in Texas, in several counties, they got rent from Catholic Charities. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Lord, let's turn to Mississippi. Oh, this is a good one. Mississippi viewers have gotten rent from Mercy House. Repeat. They've gotten rent in Mississippi from Home Saver as well, and also Salvation Army, and also MSHDA Eviction Diversion. Repeat. In Rhode Island, they've gotten rent from Crossroads. They've also gotten rent from the Rhode Island Housing Authority. In Delaware, they got rent from 211. In Texas, they got rent from 211. In El Paso, they got rent from Project Bravo. Repeat. For heating, they got heating paid by HEAP. And then let me turn to some other states. In Indiana, repeat, they got rent from IndianaHousingNow.org. They got rent from Indiana Housing for Rent. They got rent in Indiana from 211. And in Las Vegas, they got rent, repeat, from Clark County Services. Congratulations to those people. In Kentucky, they got rent from Community Action. And they got rent in Pennsylvania from United Way, repeat. They got rent from New York from One Shot, repeat. And they got rent in Michigan from Salvation Army. In Arizona, they got rent from New Leaf. And in Georgia, they got rent from United Way. In Nebraska, they got rent from United Way. And they also got mortgage assistance from 877 Get Hope. In Dallas, Texas, they got rent from cityofdallas.com. And then they also had some success by going to militaryonesource.mil. State stimulus checks have been sent out, will be sent out, and more could be announced around the clock. And those state stimulus checks are Maine, $600, Colorado, $375, New Mexico, $1,200, Oregon, $500, North Carolina, $335, Houston, $1,200, Orange County, Florida has had a lot of them. $1,000, $1,200, Austin, $2,000, Jacksonville, $1,000, Nome, Alaska, as well. And pending is Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, and Delaware, Escambia County, Florida, Fort Worth, Texas, and Gadsden County, Florida. All really exciting news. Viewers always ask me, who else do you think is going to come next? Do you think California is going to do a state stimulus check? I think that California, Texas, and Florida will never do a state stimulus check. Too many residents just can't do it, can't afford it. But you see now how there is so much money for state stimulus right now. State stimulus is a broad word that I use to describe to stimulus for rent, utilities, food, and toys, more about toys in a second, that you can get by calling up your city, state, county, and housing authority, calling up your utilities company. I didn't say that as well. I think that's sort of obvious. Call up your utilities company. And then also using the value of the nonprofit organizations. For toys, viewers have gotten toys from Toys for Tots and also from Salvation Army and United Way. If you've looked and you still can't find the rent, you can't find anything, so reach out to the volunteers. That's news.lalate.com/community, and reach out to them whether you have Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. They can help you. They're separated on that page that has a picture of a cute little animals at the top, and you can reach out to them and they'll answer your questions. With that, then the obvious question is, what about this rent stimulus under the second stimulus package? You're going to see a massive inflow in the next few weeks. I always anticipate it be at least a month until all the state stimulus money lands in the states, counties, and cities to pay you rent stimulus. So January, you're just going to see states announcing left and right. Oh, we have a stimulus package. We have another one. You're just going to see them now announced left and right. And that's only second stimulus. In the video after this, which is third stimulus check and third stimulus package, you're going to hear me mention the same thing again. Why? Because the Biden stimulus, a third stimulus check and third stimulus package, is going to give more money for rent because at the moment we just don't have enough money in there. Biden is going to do, presumably by executive order on day one, an eviction moratorium, federal, not by CDC, a mortgage forbearance, and a massive student loan debt repayment forgiveness or halt. Then thereafter on this third stimulus package, he's going to do a lot more for rent. There's not enough money in here for rent to carry you to March or April of next year. The pandemic is going to go on for a while, so you need to have a lot of money to survive this pandemic. So with that, if you get this, does it mean you can't get something else? No. Very, very rarely does anything on this channel mean you can't get this if you don't get that. The rare occurrence is PPP. If you don't have a PPP or even know what it is, don't worry about it. But don't presume that if I'm talking about rent stimulus that you can't get a stimulus check from the federal government, that you can't get an SSI stimulus. You can get all those and more. You can go back for the smorgasbord and keep on getting seconds as long as it is something that is allowed. I will tell you when you can get something, when you can't. Coming up after this is our new hit show, Third Stimulus Check and Third Stimulus Package. Please tune into that. It covers all the big whammo things that you've been wondering about. Where is this? What about this? What about that? The items of Third Stimulus Package and Third Stimulus Check that I will detail in that video are multiple stimulus checks, hazard pay, FPUC retro, SSI and SSDI, EIDL grants, the remainder of your $10,000 EIDL grants, and more. There's so much to tell you and so exciting. So please join me on that new hit show. Then I'm back on live with Being a Mitch. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay FLA for more.